Hello, everyone. This is Michael again, spinning instructor and yoga instructor from Westside and Davis YMCA's here in Knoxville, Tennessee. So I thought I'd do another YogaFit Level One practice with you. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, and today's practice hopefully will be another opportunity for you to meditate, relax, work on your breathing, work on your body strength, and just overall presence, being in this moment right now, not thinking about what we're dealing with in the world, in this country, in our state, in our city. Just right now, relaxing and thinking about being in this moment and being in touch with your body and bringing our spirit, our mind, and our body all into one unit for a little while in this practice. So let's get in a comfortable position, cross-legged if you like, your feet can be out straight away, whatever's comfortable for you. And again, let's start with maybe putting our left hand on our chest, our right hand on our abdomen, and just closing our eyes and then inhaling and exhaling very deeply. So that you can feel the movement of your chest as you inhale, and then the movement of your belly as you exhale. Breathing is the life force inside. It makes us move, and we can't move without it. Now let's reverse it. Take your other hand, just reverse your hand. Big inhales, exhales as well. See how your hands come closer to each other on the exhale and become farther apart on the inhale. And let's just bring our hands to our knees, palms up, chest open, strong chin, and just again, a few more inhalations here. Exhales can be through your nose or through your mouth, your choice. And bring your eyes back open. Let's bring our hands to our heart center. Maybe your elbows out a little bit wider, just today. Bring your hands and your palms together, way high, reaching, extending the back. Your hands apart. Just reach a little bit over to your right. Back to the center, reach up a little bit. Almost if you could lift your tailbone up a little bit. And then let's reach over to the left a little bit. Leave your left hand up and take your right hand and bring it behind you like a kickstand. And then reach over. Try to keep your left arm over your left ear and then extend and exhale. Beautiful stretch here. Really well done. Let's come back up. Now reverse it. Take your right hand up. Left hand becomes the kickstand. Reach up really high. Keep that arm next to your ear, and let's come over. Breathe deep. And one more time, let's bring both hands together. Come up really high. And let's bring your hands back to palm center and heart center too. And let's turn and go on all fours. Get on all fours. I'll come back up to the end of the camera here. All fours here. I'm going to make sure that you have your shoulders up directly above your hands and that you have your knees maybe a little bit wider than your hips. And then try to flatten out your back a little bit here. Neutral spine means you're looking at the mat rather than looking up just for a second. So get this tabletop position here. I'm going to go into a couple of what are called cat and cow sequences this time. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend you're a cat and then just sort of
Bring your chin closer to your chest and exaggerate your back, just like you're raising the hairs on the back of the head. Get really high, bringing, sucking that belly button up high. And then going to cow, release that position, bringing your shoulders back, looking up, and now bringing the belly closer to the mat, looking up this time. And we're just going to alternate between the cat. You could inhale maybe on the cat, and then exhale on the cow. We're going to reverse this in a second. Inhale cat, exhale cow. Inhale cat, exhale cow. Come back to table. This time we're going to reverse what we just did. So this time we're going to inhale into cow and exhale into cat. Inhale into cow, exhale into cat. One more time. Inhale to cow, exhale to cat. Really well done. Let's go into child's pose. Bring the hands a little bit higher up on the mat. Bringing your bottom closer to your heels. Maybe bring your big toes together. So you're going to bring the big toes together in the mat. And you're going to sink into the mat, pushing your arms and hands up high on the mat. Again, bringing your forehead to the mat if you can. Elbows as well. Get as low as you possibly can. And again, try to push your bottom onto your feet. So push that bottom all the way down towards your heels. Breathe. Beautiful, well done. Raise up just a smidge. Let's take your hands over to the left part of your mat or the carpet, or your carpet's fine. Just something that isn't very high pile here, so that we'll do some balancing work later. It'll be easier. So this time, extend your right hand a little bit farther, and then twist your body just slightly. Look under your left arm. And we're going to get long in our right side. Sink back into the child's pose position. Child's pose with a twist. So you're looking under your left arm. You're getting a beautiful stretch in your right shoulder here. And then slowly come back up. Let's go back to the regular child's pose. Sinking on your exhale. So again, can we push our bottom down a little bit farther? Slowly come back up. Now we're going to move our hands over to the right side of the mat. Right side of the mat. Again, extend your left hand a little bit farther. Twist and look underneath your right arm. Sink into your child's pose. Getting really long in your left side. Beautiful stretch of that left shoulder. And then slowly come back up again. Coming back up to tabletop, all the way to tabletop, well done. Let's do some spinal balance work again, like we did last time. Let's bring your left hand up, thumbs up. And then at the same time, bringing up and then come back to the mat so you can see, come back a little bit so you can see all of it. Here you go, left hand comes up. And, excuse me, the right hand comes up and the left foot's up as well. Try to bring the left foot and your right hand about the same height. This is spinal balance. Keep a neutral spine by looking straight at the mat. Come back down, tabletop again. Check the position of your shoulders to your hands. It should be directly over your hands. Spread your fingers, make sure there's a nice firm foundation of the hand. Take your left hand out. Hold the thumbs up here. So we have our thumbs up. Now bring up your right foot. Yes, beautiful stretch. Beautiful spine, looking at the mat. Come back down, tabletop again. This time we're going to do the same thing we did before with our right. We're going to make our thumb down this time. So turn the thumb down. Bring up your left foot with your right hand. Now a little strength variation here. This time what we're going to do is move your right hand to the right a little bit, about 45 degrees, as well as your left foot, bringing it up 45 degrees. Nice diagonal deep position. Feeling it in your left hip there a little bit. Left hip flexor is working. Breathe. Awesome. Back to neutral position and come down. Do that again now on the other side. Left hand comes out, thumbs down. A little shoulder action. Thumbs down. Bring up your right foot. Then the left hand is out and your right foot is out. Make them about the same height. Now sweep out that 45-degree angle. Oh man, isn't that awesome? Your right hip is just activated. Your right hip flexor is working. Breathe. That's beautiful. And then come back into position. And come back to all fours. Well done. Really, really well done. In fact, let's try that one more time. This time we'll take it a little bit differently. We'll have the thumb up this time. See the difference? Thumb is up. Right hand, left foot. Spinal balance. Sweep out your 45-degree angle. Again, the right hand is coming to the right. The left foot's coming forward. Leaving that right knee exactly where it needs to be. Sweep it back, come down. Left hand comes up, thumbs up, right foot up. Neutral position, sweep out your 45-degree angle. This way. A little bit easier maybe with your shoulders. Come back up, come down. Well done. Back to tabletop. Let's go down to child's pose one more time. This time we're going to come up into Dolphin. So you're going to leave your elbows on the mat here. Hands about the same distance with your elbows here. Palms are on the mat. And what we're going to do is we're going to curl our toes. So you see me curling my toes here. We're going to come up, bring your hips up. This is Dolphin. Neutral spine means you're looking at the mat. Feel that core working. You're activating your core here. Isn't that awesome? This is Dolphin. Breathe. Slight bend in the knee is fine. You can either keep them straight or bend. Slight bend is just fine. Let's bring the knees back down. Just go back into child's pose just for a second. Fall back into child's pose. And then I want you to come right back up into Dolphin. Tuck the toes under, come back up to Dolphin. So we're going to do this as a flow. So you're going to go down. Let's go back to child's pose. Exhale. Inhale back into Dolphin. Exhale back into child's pose. Inhale into Dolphin. Beautiful. Well done. And let's come back to the knees again. One more time, back into child's pose and hold. And this time, come all the way up onto your knees. So you're going to come up all to your knees. I'm going to stay on a side profile here so you can see. And do Camel. Take your hands, make a fist with both of your hands. Try to get behind your back so you have a little tension in your lower back, above your tailbone, the lower back. So I'm in position just about right here. So you can see that positioning there. So what we're going to do is just slightly do a back bend here. Slowly release your shoulders and slowly taking your neutral spine means we're looking up to the ceiling as we lower the shoulders. And exhale and lower as far as you can. Looking straight up to the ceiling. This is Camel. Now a little bit of a strength version here at Camel. Release your right hand, release your left hand, and see if you can take your hands, the left hand to the left heel, the right hand to the right heel. Keep your hips pushed forward, head looking up. This is Camel. And slowly release your hands, shoulders come up. Really well done. Maybe take your hands to heart center. Excuse me. Outside. Breathe. Come back to the center here. Bring your hands out. It's a kneeling sun pose. Palms are directly up high. Look at it, face to the ceiling here. Let's do a goal post. Turn the palms away. Push out like you're between two walls. Push farther and farther until the arms are completely extended. Well done. Come back down, come back to all fours. This time pushing up to downward dog, curling the toes. This time pushing up into downward dog. Downward dog, we're taking our head between our hands, pushing down our heels, pushing our hips back towards the back wall. Breathing deeply. Beautiful stretch here, downward dog. A little bit straight, good. So take your left foot, bring it out, left hip height. And as you're bringing that left foot out, try to drop your right heel a little bit closer to the mat so that you're getting a little bit more of a stretch in your right calf and hamstring. Back to regular downward dog. Maybe you need to walk the dog a little bit here. Again, bend one knee and drop the other heel. Alternate bending a knee and dropping the other heel. Some people call this mountain climbing. Back to downward dog. Bring the right foot out. Press the left heel down. Beautiful. This time go back to downward dog again. We're going back to the left foot, bring that left foot back out again. This time what I want you to try to do is bend that knee and bring that right to left foot closer to your right leg. Look underneath your right shoulder to see if you can see those toes. And extend back, and then come back down to downward dog. Let's walk the dog a little bit more. Walk that dog a little bit more. Maybe you need to rock your hips side to side a little bit. This is called wagging your tail. So maybe you need to wag that tail a little bit. Let's bring the right foot out, hip height, pressing the left heel down a little bit. Bend that right knee. See if you can bring that right foot behind your left leg. Look underneath your left shoulder there. Maybe wiggle your toes. That's you. Awesome. Breathe. And then bring, extend that the right foot back out again, back to downward dog. Just come down to your knees. Now bring your shoulders higher than your hands. This is crocodile. You can flatten the tops of your feet to the mat if you like, or curl them under, either way. I'm going to flatten the top of my feet to the mat here. You're going to lower your body, keeping your elbows close into your body. This is kneeling crocodile. Looking at the mat, neutral spine. Push up into cobra. Look high. Exhale. This is cobra. You can bring your hips up. Lunging the shoulders a little bit forward above your hands. Again, kneeling plank. Dropping down into kneeling crocodile. Hold it a few seconds. Push up to cobra. Tuck your toes under. Release the knees from the mat. Back to downward dog. Well done. Walk that dog if you need to. This time, we'll try a regular plank without the knees. If you still need to kneel, if your knees need to go to the mat, that's fine. This time, get on your toes and bring your shoulders above your hands. This is plank. Flatten your back. Neutral spine looking at the mat. Lower your body, elbows in. Crocodile. Push up, upward facing dog. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful lower back release there. Isn't that? Looking up high. Push back into downward dog. We'll do that one more time. That's a chaturanga sequence. Here we go. Back to regular plank. Regular plank, your shoulders are directly above your hands. Now we're holding very tightly, bringing those elbows into your body. Come down, fitting them inside there. Push up into upward facing dog. Back to downward facing dog. Well done. This time, extend your right foot back out like we did earlier. Right foot's out. When we're doing that, lunge a little bit forward with your shoulders coming closer to your hands. Bring that right knee into your chest, round your back. Hold this position just for a second. And then round that back enough. Let's see if you can bring that right foot between your hands. Back leg is still really strong back here. Really strong back here in back leg. We're going into a lunge position. Slowly, if you can, work your hands up to your knee. Pull your shoulders back. Looking forward, hands go high. High lunge. If this is a little bit too difficult and you need to bring the knee down, this is fine as well. This is kneeling, a kneeling lunge position, just as fine. A little bit stronger moves to bring that knee up. Strong back leg. Bring your hands back to heart center, elbows out. Let's rotate to the right just a little bit. Get a beautiful little stretch here. Exhale on these movements. See if you can bring that right shoulder a little bit farther back. Back to your neutral position. One more time, hands up, high lunge. Slowly take your time, bring the hands down, frame that foot, step back in, downward dog. Walk that dog a little bit. Again, you're alternating the bending of the knee with the other heel coming down. Left leg goes out. Shoulders out. Directly above those hands. This time bring that left knee into your belly area, round that back. Knees coming closer to your chest. Step through if you can. Or if you can't do that, just help that foot up to it just as fine. Help that left foot between your hands. Again, if you need to bring the right knee down, perfectly fine. Otherwise, let's keep it up. Hands come up, high lunge. Shoulders back, hips forward. Make sure your hips are facing forward, no twist right here. Two positions for your head, looking straight ahead, neutral spine, or you can look up. Either way, your choice. Neutral spine, looking straight ahead, looking up your hands, another option. Bring the hands back to heart center. This time we're leading with the left knee, so we're going to do a left twist. Beautiful position, isn't that? With every exhale, can you bring that stretch a little bit, bring that left shoulder a little bit closer in? Beautiful stretch. We'll stay here for 10 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. Come back, neutral positions. Go back one more time to high lunge. Frame that foot, left foot, forward foot with your hands. Step back again one more time, downward dog. Walk that dog. Next time we're coming up into warrior. So again, bring the right foot out again. Shoulders high above those hands. Bring that right knee to your chest. Step through the right foot. This time, take your left foot, bring it up a little bit, turn the left foot to the outside of the mat. So it's about a 45-degree angle. This is the left foot here. I've turned it out. Now bring your hands to the knee, come up, bring your shoulders back, twist your hips forward, hands go high, warrior one. Now, make sure that you can see your big toe over that front knee. Make sure that knee is directly above the foot. It's not forward like this. It's not back yet. Just directly above, straight above. Two positions for your head. Look forward, straight ahead. Look up at your hands. This is warrior one. Beautiful stretch in the back leg. Make sure that back foot is firm on on your mat or floor. If it starts lifting up, adjust your foot position. Make sure it's firm and secure. Now, windmill your hands this way. Hands now, right hand is forward, left is back, same height above the mat. Looking over your right index finger, lunge a little bit forward. Beautiful, this is warrior two. Making sure our shoulders are in line with our hips. Relaxing your left arm. Could you bring it to your left thigh maybe? Reach up, keep that front bend, keep that front knee bent, reach up high. This is reverse warrior. You could also take this left hand, put it behind your back. It's reverse warrior.
looking either to the side wall or looking up at your hand. But feel that strength on that front leg as well as the back. Back to warrior two. Lunge a little bit forward. Keep the bent right knee. Here we go. Rotating forward into a side angle stretch here. Trying to make a straight line, pushing your left hand, your right hand, hinging at your hips. I like to put the back of my right hand against my shin here on my right leg. But the most important thing is if you need to use a block, you can use a block or a pillow to support this right hand. You could even grab your shin if that's easier. But what I want you to focus on is the straight line of your shoulders. Can you bring that left shoulder back a little bit farther? And that beautiful, beautiful stretch, straight line. An extended side angle. Bring the left hand forward so you see this beautiful line. You can see it. See that beautiful line from my left hand all the way down to my left foot down there. Keep that bend in that foot leg. Bring it back to regular side angle. Rotate back up into warrior two, lunge forward. Straighten the front leg this time. Now we're straight. This is called triangle pose because your legs now are making a triangle on the floor. Now rotate forward just like we did. This is triangle pose. Again, you determine how far you can stretch. Can you touch the floor? It's awesome, not necessary. Whatever is comfortable for you. Again, I like the back of my hand touching my chin. Stack your shoulders, straight line. Looking at the side wall. Or alternately, turning your head and turning your neck and looking at that left hand up high. Your choice. Your spine is just fine. Now everybody's doing extended triangle by framing your head with your hands, keeping your shoulders in line with your hips. Beautiful twist here. Boy, you can really feel it in that left hand and that right hamstring. Beautiful stretch. Extended triangle. Back to regular triangle. Stacking the shoulders. Straight line, left hand, right hand. Then back up. Get that warrior two position, bend that knee back. If that knee tracks in, pull it back out. Now notice you've got that, again, you've got that left foot turned. Now come back up and turn that right foot. So you're both now facing the side wall here. Hands on hips, bend forward. Forward fold position, bring the hands to the mat. Bending your elbows, sinking on your exhale. See if you can bring the top of the crown of your head closer to the mat. Coming back up just a little bit, take your hands up to the right foot. Trust your torso, so your chest is over your right knee. Straighten out your left leg. Keep both feet flat on the mat. Exhale and drop your head. Beautiful stretch. Let's come back up. We're going to track your hands back to the middle. Again, bending your elbows. Can we sink and exhale and drop a little bit farther? Keep sinking. Slowly come back up. Let's shift over to the left foot now. Turn your torso so that your chest is over your left knee. Straighten out this right leg over here. And here we go. Exhale and drop your head. Beautiful stretch. And let's come back to the middle again. And this time, let's bring your right hand forward. Your left hand crosses just behind it. Let's sink on an exhale. Slowly come back up. Reverse your hand position. So your left hand is crossing above your right. So you're making a cross and exhale. And then drop and exhale. Maybe bring your hands a little bit closer to your waist this time.
And reverse your hands, cross them the other way. Your right hand's over left. This time, see if you can bring, if you want to continue this position, it's fine. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, see if we can bring our elbows down to the mat and exhale. You can even feel the top of your head on your hands. Reverse your hand position, recross them, dropping your elbows to the mat. Exhale, drop. Beautiful stretch. Put your hands up. Let's reverse your palm. Turn your hands in the direction behind, so they're facing behind you, the back wall. Exhale one more time. Nice forearm stretch. Slowly reverse your hands. Take your hands to your hips and very carefully, one vertebra at a time, we're coming up. All the way into a mountain pose. Bring your feet closer together, more closer to your hip distance. Hands come back. Palms facing forward. Lean a little bit further back, mountain pose. Now, swan dive yourself all the way down into a forward fold position. Bring your feet a little bit closer together. Hands come to the space between your feet, dropping your head. Bending your elbows a little bit, bending your knee a little bit. Exhale, forward fold. Take your hands behind your knees, come halfway up, flatten that back. Beautiful. This is monkey position. And back to forward fold. I'm going to turn. I would like you to walk your hands forward on the mat. Go back into your downward dog position. So back into a downward dog position. Walk the dog a little bit. Release any tension in those hips. Maybe wag your tail side to side. Yeah. This time, left foot comes out. Shoulders are above my hands. Bring the knee close to the chest. Round the back. Carve some face out, left foot forward. This time, bring your right foot a little bit. Flatten it to the mat. Turn that right foot about 45 degrees angle. We're going to do warrior on this side. Take your time. Get that feet secure, both feet secure. Then when you have that balance, bring your hands up to your knees and then slowly bring it up to the start with heart center. Bring the shoulders back. Get those hips straightened out first, forward to the front wall, and then let's go high. Bending that front knee, making sure I can still see my back, my big toe over that knee. Warrior one. Looking forward or looking up at your hands, either way. Yoga's choice. Check the position of that back leg. Make sure that back foot is fairly secure on that mat. Here we go, warrior two. Hands same height, looking over the left index finger. Keeping that beautiful stretch and bent front knee. Both feet flat on the mat. I'm going to reverse my position so you can see. There we go. Reverse warrior, bring up that left hand. Do whatever you like with the right. You can stay here next to your right thigh if you want, reaching up really high. You can take that right hand, put it behind your back. Check that front knee. Can you still see that big toe? If that knee starts tracking in, pull it back out. Rotate back into warrior two, lunge forward a little bit. Beautiful. Y'all look awesome. Keep that bent knee, rotate forward, side angle, stacking shoulders. Notice that this is a little bit easier, or maybe it's a little bit tighter. Again, I like to keep the back of my hand against my shin. Your choice. You could turn it the other way. You could grab your shin if you like. You could grab your ankle, whatever you like. Extended side angle. Bring that right hand forward. Get that beautiful line from the right hand to the right foot.
Back to your other side angle. Come back up, warrior two, lunge forward. Check that knee, check that front knee. Straighten out, triangle position. Straighten out that front leg. Rotate back, forward, stack the shoulders. Again, don't feel bad. If you cannot reach the floor, that is okay. Don't worry about that. The stacking the shoulders is much more important. Let's try that extended triangle. Frame your head. Rotate with the twist so that make sure your hands and your shoulders are in line with your hips. Woo, feeling it in that left quad and left hamstring. Beautiful position. Back into regular triangle. Rotate back up. Well done. Warrior two. And one more time. Let's rotate the left foot to be in line with the right foot. I'm facing you. You might be facing your other wall this time. Hands on hips. Let's bend forward. Forward fold. Straddle position. So your feet are straddled. Hands come to the space between your hands. Bending your elbows with a slight bend in your knees. Exhale, drop your head. This time come back up. Maybe take your right hand behind your right heel, left behind your left heel, and then shifting your way towards that right foot, extending and straightening your left leg. Exhale. Then shifting the other side towards that left leg, straighten the right leg. Exhale. Let's do a slight flow here, side to side. Keep looking at the mat, neutral spine, don't stress your neck. Beautiful. Exhaling on each extension. Bring the hands forward. One more time, rotate the hands to the back wall. Little forearm stretch, bending the elbows and sink. Slowly coming back up, hands to your hips. One vertebra at a time, coming back up. Let's go back slowly into mountain pose, bringing the feet back together. Toes can point slightly outward if that's more comfortable for you. Hands out, palms forward, lean back and breathe, big chest. This time just a little chest expansion. Take your hands, place them together behind your back. Keep your hips level to the floor and just bend forward on the hips, keeping a neutral spine. And just see how comfortably you can bend, trying to drop the head between the space between your feet, and bringing up those hands, getting a beautiful shoulder stretch as well. And slowly come back up again one more time. Beautiful chest expansion. Okay, this time we're going to do a different balance work with you. I did trees last time. This time we're going to do pyramids with half moons. So what I'd like you to do is think about the warrior position with your right foot forward and your left foot behind. But instead of having it as far back as you had it for warrior one, bring the left foot up a little bit closer to your right foot. The left foot is pointed out, a 45-degree angle. Okay, so you're a 45-degree angle with the left foot out, and you can still see certainly the big toe of your right foot. All right. And so we'll also make sure that your heels aren't tracking, which means you don't have your heels behind each other. You can see you've got a nice diagonal there between the heels. All right, bring your hands to heart center, twist forward just for a second so that you can feel your forward position of your hips. Then I want you to bring your hands out, sweep them like you're going to do a swan dive, and bring the hands and frame that right foot. Now, if you need to bend a little bit of that right leg, that is perfectly fine. Exhale, drop your head. Can we get closer to that knee? This is pyramid position. Again, let's slowly bring our hands up through our knees, back up to heart center with our hands. We're going to add a little twist here. Twist a little bit to the right here. Oh yes, beautiful stretch here. Come back to the forward position. Swan dive your hands on arms all the way back down in to bring that foot. So the hands are surrounding that foot there.
This time we're going to do a half moon position for balance. What I need you to do is take your right hand, bring it directly above your right foot. So it's directly above the right foot now. Now bring it out a little bit to the right so that your right hand and your right foot are in a diagonal position to each other, right? Because we're actually going to balance on this. This is going to be your tripod position. You can take your left hand to your hip here. You're going to turn your hips, twist your hips a little bit so that your body, your torso is now facing the side wall here. You're going to release this left foot just a little bit off the mat just so that you can feel this balance here. I call this sort of a quarter moon position. So you're actually balancing now on your right hand and your right foot. I mean, who knew that you could do this, right? You're balancing on one side of your body. And if you'd like to try half moon, bring up that left hand high and then extend out your left foot. And then turn to the side and look. This is half moon. It's a beautiful balance position. Maybe bring it back in again to that quarter moon position and then drop the left foot and frame the foot again. You did really well with that. You get a downward dog, so let's push back into downward dog a little bit. And we'll do the pyramid on the other side. So let's walk the dog a little bit. Maybe wag your tail. So this time, take your left foot out. And bring that left knee to your chest, carve out some space. The left foot now comes between the hands. And so what we're going to do is we're going to come like we're doing a warrior position, turn the right foot out, come back up into that warrior-like position, but bring the right foot a little bit closer now. This is now closer to, this is pyramid position. The right foot is turned out. Again, let's start with heart center with our hands. Noticing our feet are a lot closer now than they would be with warrior. This is the beginning of pyramid. Hands out. Swan dive to frame the left foot. Pyramid pose. Slowly, with your hands, tracking up your knee. Come back up to heart center with your hands. Elbows out. Let's add a twist to the left. Oh yeah. Pyramid with a twist. Come back to the center. On the reverse arm position so you can see. This time, hands come out. Swan dive your hands all the way down to frame that left foot. Half moon now. Again, make sure that right foot is in a good solid position. Your heels are not tracking. You don't see one heel directly behind the other. Take your left hand above your left foot, just so we have good spacing there. Then bring the left foot out a little bit, make that diagonal with your left hand and your left foot. You've got that beautiful diagonal there, because this is going to be your tripod balancing position here. Again, take the right hand to the right hip. Slowly position the weight of your body over your left side here. Turn your hips to face the outside wall. See if you can bring up that right foot and just hold this position. It's beautiful. Again, you're trying to rotate your right shoulder back. And if you want to try half moon, here we go. Stacking our shoulders and extending our right foot. Isn't that beautiful? Neutral spine, looking at the side wall. Half moon. So can you bring that right shoulder a little bit farther back? Awesome. Maybe we're going to come back into our quarter moon position just for a second. Isn't that beautiful? And then drop the right foot back down. Frame that foot again. Pyramid. Keep your hands where they are. Walk your feet back into your downward dog. Awesome. We'll do a chaturanga here. So after you've walked your dog, go back into plank. Shoulders directly above hands. Sink elbows in. Crocodile. Push upward facing dog. One more time to downward dog. Beautiful. And let's drop your knees to the mat this time. One more time, child's pose. Oh, yes.
And slowly come up. We're going to go with our sit bones. So turn onto your sit bones and sit down for a second. Bring your feet straight out. Staff position. Chest high. Hands come out. Forward fold by swan diving your hands forward. Neutral spine. Dropping your head. Looking towards your knees and letting your hands hit wherever they hit carefully. Exhale. On every exhale, can we drop a little bit farther? Slowly come back up. Straddle the feet out a little bit. Turn your torso to the right. Chest is facing the right knee. Hands come out. Swan dive, forward fold position towards that right foot. If your knees have to bend just a little bit, that's okay. Don't worry about that. Sinking on the exhale. Can we get a little deeper? And releasing. Coming back up. Turning our torso to the left side here. Again, your left chest is facing the left knee. Hands come out, swan dive position, forward fold to that left foot. Trying to drop that forehead closer to that left knee. Beautiful. And release that. And let's one more time. Let's bring our hands to the front here, okay? And just slowly take your time. Drop and trying to push your hands forward as far as they can, comfortably. If you can get your elbows to the mat, that's awesome. You don't have to. Maybe dropping your head. And exhale as you extend. And then slowly come back up. Let's bring your feet together, butterfly position. If you could Velcro your feet together, they'd stick together. Bring the feet closer to your body. Take your fingers, lace them. Take those laced fingers around your feet. Bring your shoulders back a little bit. And now bend in your elbows, drop forward. Forehead towards those feet. Sinking on every exhale. One more time, coming back up, bring the elbows back in. Chest does come high. This time, bring your hands up, heart center. And I'll turn to the side so you can see what my position I'd like you to try. I'd like you to try to keep your hands to your heart center and lean back and bring the feet up. Your knees are still spread wide. Look forward to the wall or look up to the ceiling, your choice. See if you can rotate your knees to get together now. Woo. And now push out. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, push out. The beginning of boat pose. If you'd like to try to bring your hands out now, you can. If this is a little bit more difficult, too difficult for you, maybe bring your hands on your knees. You can bring your feet up a little bit. You want to try one more time? Straighten those legs, pushing out. Hands go out, boat pose. And let's bring them in one more time. Let's go back into that butterfly pose one more time. Lacing your fingers around your toes, bending the elbows, dropping and exhale. And slowly come up. We're going to extend our feet back out into staff position. This time we're going to bring our hands behind your hips. Chest is coming up high. And you're going to go into an incline plank position by just simply bringing up your hips high, looking to the ceiling, incline plank. Beautiful stretch shoulders and your core. Beautiful. Bring the hips up as high as you can. Again, if you need to adjust your hands, feel free. Adjust any position that's comfortable with you. You do want the shoulders directly above the hands. And release for a second. Take a break. We'll try it one more time. Incline plank. This time drop the bottom. Now bring the feet a little bit hip wide. Bring your feet about hip width apart here. Bring those feet closer to your body here, and let's come up into an inverted table. Awesome. And let's drop down one more time. And one more time, inverted table. This time, bringing your bottom to the mat, push your feet out. This time we're coming all the way down to the mat. And this time bring your hands closer to your hips, palms are into the mat here. Bring up your hips, we'll go into a bridge position. Bring up your hips this way now. Trying to get high on your shoulders. So your feet and your shoulders and your elbows are on the mat, and of course your head. This is bridge. Lower the hips to the mat again, and let's come back up. Inhale up, exhale down. Let's do a float. Back up. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Well done. Bring your knees up to your chest, rock side to side, releasing the tension there. Take both your hands to your left knee, extend out your right leg. Now you can bring that right foot down to the mat if you like, or you can keep it up, your choice. Bring that left knee closer to your body now. Slowly bring up your head. Can we bring our head closer? Can we get our nose to the knee? Breathe. Or as close as you can. And bring that other knee up, rock side to side. Take both hands to the right knee, extend the left leg. Again, and also make sure your toes are pointed to the ceiling here. Don't point out like this. Don't point your toe out. You can't probably see that a little bit. Don't point your toes out. Keep them up like this so the ankle is relaxed. Here we go again. Abdominal stretch here by slowly bringing up your nose or your head towards that knee. Hold that stretch. Beautiful. Well done. Bring both knees to the chest, rock side to side. We're going to a spinal twist now. So what I like to do is keep that left knee up. Keep the left knee up right now. Drop that right foot to the mat. So extend out the right leg. The back of that knee is firmly on the mat. So your left knee is up high. Now you're going to take the right hand and put it on the outside of this left knee. So it's on the outside, not on the inside. It's on the outside of the left knee. And then you're going to take your left hand and bring it 90 degrees straight out here. Palm is facing up. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this right hand and guide this left knee. And as that left knee, with the twisting position, using your body as an axis of rotation, you're going to slowly turn your head towards that left hand. And then taking your time, see how much you can twist your body. Can you bring that left knee closer? Exhaling on the twist. Can we get a full extension here? Bringing that left knee. Don't pull, just kind of guide it. And I know it's difficult to keep this left shoulder on the mat. Do your best. But it's a beautiful spinal twister. And take your time, slowly come back up. We're going to reverse this. How do we reverse it? Extend out your left leg, and then bring up your right knee. This time, take your left hand, bring it up, and bring that right knee closer to your body. Keep that left ankle relaxed. That left foot's pointed to the ceiling. Take your left hand, put it on the outside of your right knee. So your left hand's on the right side, the outside of your right knee. Now take your right hand. It comes flat out. Here we go. Twisting to the left with the right knee, looking at the right hand. Maybe you can get a little bit deeper stretch this time. Exhale on that. Beautiful. And then slowly take your time to that. And then one more time, bring your knees to your chest, rock side to side. Maybe you like to rotate a little bit, make circles with your knees. I'm going clockwise right now. No, actually I'm going, yeah, let's go clockwise, rotating, relaxing those hips. And then it's reversing, go counterclockwise, anti-clockwise. And then I think we're now ready for Shavasana. You've earned this relaxation by slowly bringing your feet to the mat, spreading your feet wider than your hips, toes pointed to the ceiling, hands, palms up, bringing them out from your hips. Maybe engaging your head by looking a little bit higher to the ceiling, bring your chin up just slightly, going into relaxation pose. Closing your eyes, and then return to that deep breathing you started with, feeling the rising, the falling of your chest. And then slowly, maybe rotating your wrists and your ankles, moving those joints of your lower extremities, acknowledging the presence of your body. And then slowly turning to either your right or your left side. I'll turn to the left today. Taking one of your arms as a pillow, bringing your knees close to your chest. And just relax for this position. Beautiful fetal position. Relax. And then slowly taking your time, coming back up to your sit bone, back to the position we started with, cross-legged, that's comfortable for you, staff position, that's more comfortable for you. Maybe your hands on your knees, palms up, your shoulders back. Breathe out a few times. Appreciate you guys working on this practice today with me. I know we live through stressful times. Use these practices anytime you need to. They're available for you to use any time of the day. Be strong, be confident, be resilient through these times. We will get through this together. And before you know it, we'll be back at the Y's doing our yoga practices all together. Take your hands to heart center. Come up high, look up to the ceiling with your hands. Guiding your hands, heart center. Namaste. Thank you guys. See you next time.